Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, a clash of eras in boxing. The recent showdown between 58-year-old boxing legend Mike Tyson and social media star-turned-professional boxer Jake Paul captivated audiences worldwide. With an astounding 31-year age gap, this fight transcended boxing, serving as a symbolic clash between generations and fighting philosophies. While some saw it as a spectacle, others recognized the compelling narratives surrounding both fighters. The lead-up to the fight. Mike Tyson, a name synonymous with boxing greatness, came into this bout after decades away from professional competition. His last official fight before this was a 2020 exhibition against Roy Jones Jr. at the age of 58. Tyson was determined to prove that his signature power, precision, and ring IQ still posed a formidable challenge. On the other side stood Jake Paul, the 26-year-old internet personality who has made waves in boxing with an impressive record of 9-1, including 6 knockouts. Known for his brash confidence and relentless self-promotion, Paul has successfully transitioned from YouTube fame to professional boxing, silencing many doubters with victories over seasoned fighters like Tyron Woodley and Nate Diaz. The build-up to this fight was intense. Tyson, despite his age, exuded confidence, dismissing concerns about his endurance or ability to keep up with a younger opponent. Paul, meanwhile, approached the fight with his trademark bravado, boldly proclaiming he would knock the old man out. The press conferences were fiery, with Tyson taking jabs at Paul's lack of experience and Paul countering by emphasizing his youth and recent fight activity. Both fighters promised an explosive encounter, raising the stakes for fans and analysts alike. What the experts said. The fight drew a range of predictions from boxing enthusiasts and celebrities. Floyd Mayweather backed Tyson, emphasizing that even at 58, the former heavyweight champion possessed power and experience unmatched by Paul. Joe Rogan offered a more nuanced view, acknowledging Tyson's legendary skills but pointing out the inev. What the experts said. The fight drew a range of predictions from boxing enthusiasts and celebrities. Floyd Mayweather backed Tyson, emphasizing that even at 58, the former heavyweight champion possessed power and experience unmatched by Paul. Joe Rogan offered a more nuanced view, acknowledging Tyson's legendary skills but pointing out the inevitability of age. Rogan also highlighted Paul's recent momentum and the fact that he's no longer seen as a mere novelty act in the sport. The fighter's preparations. Tyson trained relentlessly, focusing on his trademark explosiveness and power. Despite a recent health scare involving an ulcer that postponed the fight from July to November, Tyson declared himself fully recovered and ready to prove he could still compete at a high level. Paul, on the other hand, prepared with an active fight schedule. He recently defeated Nate Diaz in a grueling 10-round contest, showcasing improved boxing technique, endurance, and ring intelligence. His youth and consistency in the ring gave him an edge in recent experience, but he had yet to face someone with Tyson's pedigree and raw power. The fight. When the bell rang, the stark contrast in styles became immediately evident. Tyson came out swinging aggressively, throwing heavy body shots and looking to assert dominance early. Paul, aware of Tyson's reputation for explosive starts, adopted a defensive strategy, using his speed and reach to maintain distance. Tyson's power was as terrifying as ever, with punches that echoed through the arena. Paul, however, displayed impressive composure, countering effectively and avoiding prolonged exchanges where Tyson's power could dominate. As the rounds progressed, Tyson's age began to show. While his punches retained their force, his movement slowed, and his ability to sustain the relentless pace of his younger opponent waned. Paul capitalized on this, using sharp jabs and combinations to chip away at Tyson's defenses. Despite the physical toll, Tyson's experience and ring IQ shone through. He expertly cut off the ring and landed significant shots that visibly hurt Paul, reminding everyone of his legendary status. The turning point. The middle rounds saw a shift in momentum. Paul's strategy of wearing Tyson down began to pay off as the older fighter started to fatigue. However, Tyson refused to back down, continuing to press forward and land devastating punches. In the later rounds, Paul showcased his stamina and discipline, outworking Tyson in exchanges and maintaining control of the ring. Tyson, though visibly tired, kept the fight competitive with his relentless aggression and occasional heavy shots that had the crowd on edge. The final bell. As the fight concluded, both men had given everything they had. Tyson, despite the odds, proved he still had the heart and power of a champion, while Paul demonstrated that he could stand toe-to-toe with a legend and hold his own. The judges scored the fight in favor of Jake Paul, citing his superior activity, precision, and ability to adapt as the match wore on. Tyson, ever the sportsman, acknowledged the decision and praised Paul for his performance. Reflections on the fight. This bout was more than just a contest, it was a meeting of two worlds. For Tyson, it was an opportunity to showcase that greatness transcends age, while for Paul, it was a chance to solidify his place in the boxing world by taking on an icon. While the result may have been predictable given the age gap and Paul's recent activity, Tyson's performance reminded everyone why he's one of the greatest to ever step into the ring. His power, precision, and unyielding determination were on full display, earning him respect from fans and critics alike. Paul, meanwhile, emerged from the fight with his reputation bolstered. No longer just a YouTube sensation dabbling in boxing, he proved he could take on significant challenges and succeed. His ability to handle the pressure and adapt to Tyson's unorthodox style spoke volumes about his growth as a fighter. Legacy and impact. The Tyson-Paul fight will be remembered as a unique moment in boxing history, a clash that bridged generations and brought together fans from all walks of life. It was a testament to the enduring appeal of boxing and the narratives that make it such a compelling sport. For Tyson, it was a celebration of his incredible career and a reminder of his unmatched legacy. For Paul, it was another step in his journey to redefine what it means to be a modern-day boxer. As the dust settles, one thing is clear, this was more than just a fight. It was an event that captured the imagination of millions and left an indelible mark on the sport. Out of the red corner, wearing black trunks with white trim, the international superstar fighting out of Dorado, Puerto Rico, by way of Cleveland, Ohio. The hype for this fight was off the charts. Seeing Mike Tyson back in the ring at 58 years old, squaring off against Jake Paul, was a surreal moment for boxing fans. Tyson, despite his age, showcased the raw power and precision that cemented his legacy, while Jake Paul, a rising name in the sport, came into the bout eager to prove himself against the legendary heavyweight. The build-up. The road to this fight was filled with tension, bold predictions, and trash talk. Tyson viewed the fight as a full-circle moment, reminiscing about how Jake Paul had fought on his undercard during Tyson's 2020 exhibition against Roy Jones Jr. The press conferences were electric, with Jake Paul confidently declaring, "I'm going to knock this old man the F*** out." Tyson, unfazed, shot back, "I'm going to F*** Jake up. How am I going to lose if he couldn't even beat Tommy Fury?" Asterisk. Even boxing legends chimed in with predictions. Floyd Mayweather firmly backed Tyson, calling him a beast even at 58. On the other hand, Joe Rogan acknowledged Tyson's power but pointed out the potential challenges of his age and endurance against Jake's youth and recent activity. The fighters. Mike Tyson. Tyson's last professional fight was in 2005, but in 2020, he returned for an exhibition against Roy Jones Jr. He dominated the fight with aggressive bodywork and controlled the pace, proving he still had the ferocity that made him a champion. While that fight ended in a draw, Tyson's superior performance left a lasting impression. Jake Paul. Jake Paul entered the ring with a record of 9 wins in 10 fights, including 6 knockouts. Though initially dismissed as a YouTuber-turned-boxer, he has consistently improved, defeating names like Tyron Woodley and Nate Diaz. His fight against Nate Diaz, in particular, showcased his growing technical skill, including a 5th-round knockdown that sealed his victory. The matchup. The 31-year age gap, the largest in professional boxing history, was a key talking point. While Paul had the advantage of youth, speed, and recent experience, Tyson brought decades of expertise, unmatched fight IQ, and devastating power. Paul's strategy seemed clear: wear Tyson down and avoid his power shots. Tyson, on the other hand, needed to capitalize on his explosive strength early, as lasting a full 12 rounds could prove challenging at his age. Health concerns and delays. Originally scheduled for July, the fight was postponed after Tyson suffered a health scare involving an ulcer. Though he assured fans he was back to full strength, many wondered if his health might become a factor in the ring. Meanwhile, Paul stayed active, taking a fight against Mike Perry in the bare-knuckle scene, which kept him sharp and gave him an edge in preparation.